Coming out tonight. My name is Cortina Janelle Caldwell, and I will be your host for the evening, as well as maybe sharing a piece with y'all at some point later. And I want to officially welcome you to the Ade Project launch party and Black History Month celebration. Triumph for Trayvon! So I'm so excited. You know, I kind of just wanted to throw a party for my friends. Yeah. But also, the work is really important, and I know that we all feel, especially with some of the violence and the killings that have been happening in our community and ICE invading our community, there's a sense of urgency around how we respond to what's happening to us. And so this work with Artists Designing Evolution is a response to what's happening to us and our experiences walking through the world in Black and brown bodies. And, you know, not only was the system intentionally set up for us to fail, but we have to, they sell us our culture back to us. You know, like we don't get taught the history and the legacies of the people who came before us, and our abilities to imagine and create and dream are so limited because we're trying to survive, right? And so this is our response. This work, my work in this community started 8 years ago. I strongly believe that my ancestors called me back here. I found out that my family actually had property in Montford through just like tracing some history. So like I feel called back here, and just all the people that I can name in the audience of like how we met or how we've worked together. This feels like this is our collective baby, right? And like, you know, we get to use art as our way to respond to the oppression, because we dare to celebrate, we dare to be happy, we dare to be joyful, we dare to learn our stories, we dare to exist, and that's what this is about. So thank y'all for being here. And we're just gonna flow with time, y'all. You know, you came to the party about Black people. We're on CP time. It's gonna be amazing. We have so much stuff. We're right on time. So open up your program, and if you just want to read along with me, I would like to do sort of a call and response to our manifesto. So there's gonna be a certain part that you all say, and you'll know when it's coming because I'm gonna pause. And so the part that we're all gonna say together is art is our response. So can we try that? So 1, 2, 3. Art is our response. Okay, awesome. I think we can be a little bit louder than that and like get some vibrations going so that we can call the ancestors in. So let's try that one more time. 1, 2, 3. Art is our response. Yes, and even if somebody wanted to hit a drum or a tambourine, we got those. Where? This is about art. It's by the altar. By the altar. Okay, so there's a back table, just to kind of orient you for a second too, there's a back table with some information about the work around Artists Designing Evolution. I also want to give thanks, I don't know if she's in the room yet, Tracy Green Washington, Davia Young, Co-Think, was the first organization to give us a grant to do this work, to pay artists to share their stories and produce their stories and preserve history in our community. So shout out to Co-Think. Would not be here without Co-Think. And we have also been fortunate enough to have been awarded a grant from Alternate Roots, as well as the Resist Foundation. So we're being seen. We're being seen, and this work is real. And to my artists, my black and brown artists in the room, like, it's our time, y'all. Like, we're taking our communities back. So our mission is to actualize equity, spark creative inquiry, and reclaim the narrative. We are a multi-generational, intersectional grassroots cooperative that brings together La Indígena and artists of color that actualize equity, spark creative inquiry, and reclaim the narrative of the South through artist-infused storytelling, facilitation, training, service, and entrepreneurship in order to accelerate opportunity in our communities and thrive. So that's what we're about. So if you will, let's do our call and response. So if you can read with the house lights up, I just want you to, like, when you see your part coming, let's just chime in and say what our response is to the oppression, to the injustice, to the racism, to ICE, to all the things that are attacking our community. So, okay, here we go. Toward iniquity, art is our response. We look at the world around us with hopeful eyes, seeking to leave it better than we found it. We prefer collaboration over competition and spaces that welcome our voice. We confront unethical and outdated systems that oppress on the basis of race, ethnicity, gender identity, sexual orientation, ability, zip code, or age. Toward history, our response. We acknowledge and honor the innovators, educators, leaders, artists, musicians, engineers, teachers, preachers, mothers, fathers, daughters, and sons that came before us. We seek to be the living manifestation of our ancestors' dreams by liberating ourselves from anger and centering on our own happiness and joy. We take responsibility for knowing our own history and learn from the lessons of the past. Toward community and capacity building, art is our response. We serve as role models for the next generation. We give the mic to the next generation and serve as allies for their visions, hopes, dreams, and inventions. We share our expertise with one another, creating a culture of knowledge and opportunity. We create enterprise and business that provide creative solutions to our community's greatest needs. Toward invisibility, art is our response. We resist by choosing to exist. We stand for what we believe in and advocate for our inclusion in the narrative of communities and culture our people help to build. We model the capacity to use art as a response, an organizing tool, the foundation of facilitation, a method of education, reclamation, and the preservation of culture and heritage. We create transformational experiences with intention, purpose, and clarity. Art is our response. So that's us, y'all. That's all you need to know. And if you need the website, business cards are on the back table. The hoodie, which is over here, kind of stage left. And, you know, there's so much to be said about that painting. So please find Cleesta at some point tonight and make sure you ask questions about that. And thank you for allowing us to honor the legacy and the life of Trayvon Martin and all those that have fallen in the fight for justice and liberation.
I love you, Cortez.
Yes. Love you too. Okay, so on the back pamphlet there are other artists. The inside fold that y'all have, these are all the paintings that we have in our visual art gallery tonight. There's information on what name it is. Some are for sale, some are for sale with a percentage donation back to us. So be sure to check in with our artists. I just want to name names, and if y'all can raise your hand so people see who you are. We introduced Ms. Cleesta Cotton, who also has The Wailing of Too Many Black Mothers, which was at the front door. Also, we have James Love. Is James Love in the building? Yeah?
All right.
Yes, all right, James Love. Back there by the bar. Everybody dance. Joseph Pearson, also visual artist. Right here, yes. Awesome. We also have Miss Noelle Jefferson. Right here, yes. And somewhere we have Poncho. Where's Poncho? Back in the back. All right, by the couches. So at some point, go visit Poncho on the couches with We Love Asheville. Visit with each of the artists, learn more about them, support their work. Yeah. Awesome. So we are at the point in our evening where we culturally, as African people, I know my ancestors used altars, and it's something that really speaks to me. And so we always, when we gather, we honor those that came before us, and that's part of what Triumph for Trayvon is about, right? And so we also have a community altar in the back. If you want to add any names, let's fill that up with people who are no longer with us, but who inform our steps every single day. Before we take a moment of silence, I just also want to acknowledge, is it Miss Vixen? Where's Miss Vixen?
Valerie Super Vixen.
Valerie Super Vixen. All right. So Miss Valerie Super Vixen, who was also in Black Nativity, for those of you that recognize, shared with us about Kwanzaa in that amazing production, is going to help us set the altar. And so she's going to be pouring libation as Santos starts to sing Ancestors. And as soon as libation is poured, the candles, if I can have Sheree and Amanda pass out candles to the artists in the room first and all the participants, and we'll go ahead and start passing out those candles. And because the candles are kind of significant, we don't have as many candles as we do people. So I want to invite folks to pull out your phone and you can put up a light. But we just want to take a moment to acknowledge our ancestors by pouring libation. And we're also going to invoke the fire as Santos grounds us with some earth and some air. So we're calling in all the directions. And after Santos, we'll go right into the dance segment with Urban Arts Institute. I'll let Michael Hayes or Trayvon share more when y'all come up on stage about what y'all are about. And then I'll come back on after that and we'll go into the spoken word segment. How's everybody feeling? You feeling good? Are you ready? You always ready. Yeah.
So in triumphing for Trayvon and all those that have lost their lives to senseless gun violence and brutality, when you join me with this song, I'm inviting you to think of your ancestors, your strongest ancestors that would not tolerate it. Your strong are your ancestors. Return.
Oh, they're all right here beside you.
countless others who may not have been named, but are certainly here present with us. We give thanks. For you sowed so that we could reap, you dug the well so that we could drink. We know that we stand tall, for we stand on the shoulders of giants.
Elegba Mayako, Elegba Fohum Tilesile, Elegba Ohuni Ohuni Awakiri Ashe. Ashe. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom's land. Ain't gonna let racism turn me around. Oh, turn me around. Hey, turn me around. Ain't gonna let racism turn me around. Keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom's land. Oh, don't you know that's the sound of a man working on the chain? Yeah, yeah. That's the sound of the man working on the chain, yeah. They want to see us with our hands up, reaching for the sky. Did they know when we put our hands up, we invoke the Most High? They want to see us with our hands up, reaching for the sky. Did they know when we put our hands up, we invoke the Most High? Remember where we've been, be where you're at. It's always been a struggle, we built kingdoms from that. It's a call across the nations, it's time for a ghetto rejuvenation. Remember where we've been, be where you're at. It's always been a struggle, we built kingdoms from that. A call across the nation, this is the ghetto rejuvenation. One God, one aim, one destiny. Peace.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Come on, man, y'all get live in that. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Now, we're talking about a triumph for Trayvon. We're not talking about, you know, we understand the reason that we're here. We understand what happened to Trayvon. We understand the fact that we are targets when I'm speaking about me and my brothers and sisters. But we're all here in this space together to celebrate the fact that we have allies right here. So when I say good evening, I want y'all to say it like you're actually in celebration. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. That was a little bit better. We're going to get it live though before it's over. My name is Michael Hayes.
Love you, Michael.
I love you too. I am the founder and creative director of the Urban Arts Institute. I do a lot more than that, but right now it's about the Urban Arts Institute. So I'm going to leave it there with a big shout out to my Building Bridges people, my REI people, my Racist Justice Coalition people, my Black Nativity family, and those who are embedded in this community trying to make it better. What's up, Ann? I see you over there. All right, so the Urban Arts Institute was created and founded to enhance the lives of our young people through the performing arts. They were allowed to express themselves through all the traumas they were going through all the BS they were going through. They were able to come into the space that we had and create whatever they wanted to present it to the people of the community. We started out just doing little dances, then it ended up, we started doing theater. So right now we're revamping. We're actually gonna start either at the YMI or the YWCA. We're trying to figure out which one is best suited for us. But the whole purpose is to give our young people a voice. Now, we use hip hop pretty much as the forum for them to create. And I just want to share something real quick. Santos was talking about our ancestors and, you know, the legacy. I had the greatest opportunity to know my father's mother and my mother's grandmother. And it's so funny because I can remember them instilling in me that I was great way before I even knew what great was. Now, I've had my downfalls, my slips, my mess ups, my jail time, all of that. But that still didn't deter me from understanding that the greatness that was embedded in me came from my ancestors. Of course, the God above blessed me with the talents and gifts that I have, but it was through my grandmother, my great-grandmother, that I first understood how great I was. So when we talk about ancestors, I have to give it up to them. I give it up to my mother, I give it up to my father, John Hayes. You know, he has a radio station here downtown, Asheville, 100.7 WRES, y'all check it out. 100.7 on your FM dial. That's how he says it. And I'm so thankful for him because he let me understand that there's nothing that's going to be given to me. Nothing is going to be freely given to me except what God has already given me. So therefore, I don't have to ask anybody for anything because all I have to do is just show up and be in the spaces I'm supposed to be in, and then it happens. See, it's not freely given to me, though. Nothing is, so I have to instill that in my sons. As my 5- and 6-year-old walked out the house today with their hoodies on. With their hoodies on and me understanding I'm going to be here, I looked at my sons and I thought, man, I pray that it doesn't come a point in time that I see them walking out the door with a hoodie on and that's the last time I see them. See, something has to change. And because of my grandmother, my great-grandmother, my father, I understand that I am a part of that change. And that's the whole purpose of the Urban Arts Institute. I was going to have my dancers come up and perform, but we had to switch it up. And I'm so glad it happened. You know, things just happen. You wonder why. It doesn't need to wonder. See, if I'm going to sit up here and speak about a legacy that my grandmother, my great-grandmother started even before them and how it was instilled to my father, and he instilled it in me, I thought it was only befitting that I bring my oldest son here. All right. Yeah. Mic check, mic check, mic check. How we doing tonight, y'all? We done already established that we gonna be a whole lot louder than that. I said, how y'all feeling tonight? Now that sounds like somebody done woke up today. Now while he gets ready, that's my oldest. And I got a bunch more after that. Yes, he does. Woo! Yeah. Well, let me put my business out like that. Stop putting. But while we doing this, see, as we talk about legacy, I want everybody in here to give a big round of applause for my first granddaughter, Miss Tamiria, that's sitting in the audience. Yeah, hello, baby.
Look at just a ray of sunshine.
Right. So she gets to see Granddaddy. I've done my thing. Then she gets to see Granddaddy introduce her daddy. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, representing the Urban Arts Institute, also representing Hip Hop for Peace. You're gonna hear more about that. I want everybody to put your hands together. I want y'all to get live for this thing. Give it up for my son, my boy, my first boy, Mr. 1-5. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, y'all. I am 1-5, and I don't like to do too much talking. I want to give y'all the music. That's what I came for. I let the music do the talking. All right. This is called My Black is Beautiful. You're beautiful. You got to understand that your black is beautiful. Now hear that? I'm black and I'm proud. I'm black and I'm proud. In the spirit of the late James Brown. Let me hear you going to say that loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Skin of a slave and they hate that. Before the chains and the whips, we was great blacks. I'm talking kings and queens, rulers of nations. Mountains of stone was edged with black faces. And I ain't talking Sambo, warriors out the jungle. Way before Rambo, the most influential culture on the face of the earth. Why you think they trying to take the view of you since birth? Pick up a book, young brother, and learn your worth. Rothschilds wasn't the richest of rulers, that's Mansa Musa. Eyes on the prize of that through you like Martin Luther, or Malcolm, or Huey Newton, or Fred Hampton, from Eric Garner to Sandra Bland. See, they hate us and treat us heinous because they ain't us and can't be, though they try awfully hard. But this black was beautifully gifted from God. Not a choice or a decision, it's a given. Survivors of circumstantial living, man, to get it how we gotta. Make it out the hood and pray that ain't nobody shot us. And stay about them shackles cause they let her lock you down. And see you caught up in a cycle of perpetual destruction. That's why it's on us to realize that we special. A design that was crafted by the hands of God. Your skin tone like the sands from the lands of God. Your bloodline is that of Tutankhamun and Atman Ra. That's royalty, explaining who we are through this poetry. Took us from our land and tried to break us from ourselves. The reconstruction our structure and enslaved us for their wealth. Set us back a million steps, so million man marching. Understanding strength of numbers and a unified target, and it's us. Whether you blood, crippin' the vote, the rate that they killing young brothers off is no joke. And the system of power which they judge us on is broke. And politicians sell hope in the time in which we lost it. But we bind to the BS, going coppers to BS. Cause niggas wanna ball like Fizz Ed and Recess, but it's not a game and they ain't playing the same. Stack a little change and invest in the change. Time to bring back Black Wall Street and Black Market. Boycott big businesses and black ballers. Quit stalling. If we want better for ourselves, we gotta quit depending on others and get it for ourselves. While you waiting on that heaven, I suggest you give a mail. Now, do you understand how beautiful your black is? Do you understand how strong your black is? Now imagine the fact that they, I was gonna give y'all something else, that ain't even it. But do you understand the rate now that they are killing that black off? Come on. It's an extermination, it's a war. It's a war on us. And it ain't never stopped.
You don't have to work and slave.
No justice, no peace.
You can have you.
I want y'all to listen.
I will never say that progress is being made. You stick a knife in my back 9 inches and pull it out 6 inches. There's no progress. You pull it all the way out, that's not progress. The progress is healing the wound that's the blow made. And they haven't even begun to pull a knife out, much less try and heal the wound. They won't even admit the knife is there.
They hate me for my black skin and melanin content. In fact, my black brain won't fall for none of that nonsense. Nah, I'm too in tune with the roots that I come from. Selling dreams, I don't want none. Shit, give me my rights, give me my freedom, give me equality, give me my justice. Quit taking our life. Gun a nigga down cause he on with a cell phone. Like it's something now we gotta find a sail home. The pigment switch, you get a slap on the wrist. Government justice backwards and shit. Give for the rich, not the mouth for the poor. Devil seeks out who to kill and destroy. But we got a target on us. Now look how they targeting us.
Police in California are investigating why 2 Sacramento police officers shot an unarmed black man 20 times.
20 times?
North Carolina, a man involved.
Y'all know what it sound like
the weekend.
What kind of hatred could you have to shoot a man 20 times? Even if you was armed.
Officer who is now facing.
You know what it sound like for a person to get shot 20 times? He don't even get to go to trial no more. They judge us in the street. Hands up, gun him down, cuff his body, watch him bleed. Leave him stretched out for the whole wide world to see. America, this is your corrupted seed. But they gotta hate on a black man, but all lives matter to me. But they gave us 1 out of 12, and they call that black history. But hell no, not for me. Say hell no, not for me. See, can't just give us free. Till then, no justice, no peace. They kill Martin, stop the dream. They kill Malcolm, stop the message. They kill Huey to set example. Now they just sit back and expect us to keep taking this rape, and the system keeps giving us over and over. That's not gonna happen. It's time for the action. The talking is over. Time to give training to soldiers. Teach them the tactics of war. Scope up the mind of our youth. Cause this shit is worse than before. Now they got chains on our brains to the shackles on ankles and wrists. We've been socially structured and claims that we can't resist. Cause they got the power and you can't fuck the system. I say, time to break the chains and reins of those who strain the cause of our oppression. This 400 plus years of pain, neglect, disarray, and aggression. The plight of a people. Been objectified, we've been demonized. We set up the cell from a scene size. It's okay though, I'll feel the beat. Man, that before the beat to God. No weapon force to stop it either. No weapon force to prosper either. See, been planting these rocks either. Signifying this to change the season. Changes in the air. But the trees we sprout from earth, I guarantee we won't hang from them. Don't even get to go to try no more. They judge us in the street. Hands up, gun him down, cuff his body, watch him bleed. Leave him straight. They killed Martin, stop the dream. They killed Malcolm, stop the message. They killed Huey, for example. Now they just sit back and expect us to keep taking a rape, and this system keeps giving us over and over. Nah, that's not gonna happen. It's time for the action. Talking is over. It's time to give training to soldiers. Teach them the tactics of war. Scope up the minds of our youth. Cause this shit is worse than before. Now they got chains on our brains that are shackles on ankles and wrists. We've been socially structured and tamed to think we can't resist. Cause they got the power and you can't buck the system. I say, y'all know the rest. It's time to break the chains and reins of those who strain the cause of our oppression. This is 400 plus years of pain, neglect, disarray, and aggression. This is the plight of a people. Been objectified, we've been demonized. We were set up to fail from a semen size. It's okay though, I was built to beat the odds. A man that performed the feats of gods. And no weapon form shall stop me neither. And no weapon form shall prosper neither. The seeds been planted, these sprouts are seasons. Recognizing this is a change of season. The change is in the air. But them trees we sprout from earth, I guarantee we won't hang from them. Speak that shit. Y'all give it up, give it up.
His name is Taquan. He goes by Mr. 15. March 24th at the Wayama Culture Center. He'll be the featured act in Hip Hop for Peace. I want y'all to come out. Y'all give it up for him. Ain't nothing but the truth.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all can look up all those social media outlets with that name.
Dances that ended up, we started doing theater, so right now we're revamping. We're actually going to start either at the YMI or the YWCA.
Taquan, Mr. 15. Sorry, I'm gonna take a picture of y'all because y'all are so beautiful. And I also wanted to tell you after I take this video, look at y'all. Okay, now you can blow your candles out and you can give those back to either man or tree. Thank you for taking a moment to honor the Black experience and our ancestors. I feel our ancestors in the room. How y'all feeling out there right now? So a couple more things just as far as acknowledgments. I want to acknowledge Chef Ramona with Kente Kitchen, who came in super last minute, like an angel. Miss Sosie couldn't be here with us tonight. Her brother was in an unfortunate bike accident and he's okay, but she's present with family, and Chef Ramona was like, I'm here for my people, so whatever you need, I'm there. She has cooked some amazing West African food, so y'all eat. Get nourished, get fed, because culinary is also an art too. Can we give it up for that? And then I think DJ Jim is out here. Are you close by? Okay, just so y'all have eyes on DJ Jim. DJ Jim's gonna be putting it down for us from 9 to 10 for a dance, twerk, turn up set. So if y'all don't have to go to bed early, hang around. But before we get to that, we're gonna move into the spoken word aspect of our evening. And I am first up. So I'm going to actually give y'all a couple minutes to get settled, get the candles out, if y'all wanted to grab a plate. And when I come back up to the mic, I'll go.
All right.
See y'all together.
Have you guys seen this cozy little corner over to my left called Slay the Mic? Hey, I'm on the stage. Can I have everybody's attention? Woo! Yes, keep it up, yes. I'm loving the meet and greets. I just want to bring something to you guys' attention. Oh, I'm gonna take it to elementary. If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. If you can hear me, clap 6 times. All right, y'all listen. Y'all listen. You guys are listening. So over to the left of me is Alexis and her crew, Slay the Mic. Now, if you have to leave, please make sure you stop by Slay the Mic to get your photo taken. I'm going to bring Miss Alexis up on stage so she can say a few words about the beautiful creativity that they have happening. Miss Alexis.
All right. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Isn't this a wonderful event? And so many lovely people. First off, I just want to say on behalf of Elizabeth, which is Lecky, and which is Leela, excuse me, and me, Alexis Lecky, we just want to thank the community for embracing us. Like she said, we do have a photo booth. Just come up, take some pictures, come and meet me. We have a couple of stickers. So once again, thank you. I want to thank everyone that's here. This is powerful, and I hope you have a good rest of the night.
Thank you. All right, beautiful people, it is time for our poetry showdown. Up first, we have the queen herself, the creative director and founder of Ade. Please help me in welcoming Miss Cortina back to the stage.
I'm nervous. This is my other hat. Okay, so here's a quick story. So I did my very first public reading of my poetry at Asheville Pride, Blue Ridge Pride last year, September 2018. Oh my gosh, it was very scary. There's something about poetry that really speaks to me. I had the honor of going to go hear the late Dr. Maya Angelou speak at Appalachian State University shortly before she passed, like very shortly before she passed. And her wisdom really touched me, and it allowed me to reconnect with my writing, which had kind of been stolen from me because I was traumatized about what I had to say when somebody read my journals. So I have recently reclaimed my hat as an artist, and I'm writing. We're all writing and sharing our stories, and this is just one of the canvases that we're going to use and share with y'all tonight. So this is my canvas. So I'm just going to share one that actually came to me the morning of Pride. Actually, I said the wrong year. It was 2017 when I did that. So this one came to me the morning of Pride. I was like getting ready to do the show, and I was super nervous because I was on the stage right in front of the fucking, kids in the room. It was right in front of Vance Monument. Context. The stage was literally in front of Vance Monument. If anybody Googles these photos, like it's sticking out of my head. And I was reading all of this like crazy poetry, and it was wild. It was the most cathartic experience ever. So yeah, this is only my third time sharing my poetry, and this one is called Invisible War. Lace up your combat boots. Put on your camouflage assimilation. Toss away your formerly international roots. Forget your ancestors built this nation. You have gracefully arrived in the land of the free and the home of the brave. Liberty will turn her back on you. If you don't behave and can't follow the rules, you need guidance and cannot be trusted to not sin. So let me tell you the 10 ways to make America great again. 10. Lift yourself up for judgment and be prepared to make changes. The deadly sins don't allow for no bullshit arrangements. They got work to do on you and your crew. If you are red, yellow, black, or brown, good luck, buddy. You are auto-corrected and assumed to break all the rules, all the light, bright, and white soldiers. Get safely tucked away in banks, hospital, courts, and schools. Commit your crimes in public. Call whistleblowers fools. To these buildings, you need a special key. And for your people, there is no more room. 9. Being fine and feeling safe don't go together here in these parts. We'll keep young boys busy, catcalling women so they'll act like dogs and not be in touch with their feminine side. Yet, they were assembled inside of a woman for 9 months fighting to survive. So they have the right to be, we have the right to be alive. Survival of the fittest, and now the only thing we allow on the mind of a teenage boy is to take his own life if being sexist, racist, or homophobic can't bring him joy. 8. Remember to put hate at the center of everything that you do. Use your fists, grab your guns when someone yells at you. Learn how to make bombs instead of making conversation, because there is no room for compassion and empathy in this nation. Do all that you have to do to perpetuate fear. Put hate at the center of everything you do. 7. Read the Bible cover to cover so you pass your exam to heaven. Don't worry if it don't make sense or if you don't have it all memorized. Your church has been assigned the best watchdog money could buy. You no longer have to think for yourself, so don't look to the sky. He will show you the ropes. He will show you the ropes. He will show you the ropes. Just show up on Sunday and do as you're told, and you don't have to worry about heaven. The test will never get old. 6. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if it's broken, still don't. Ride it till the wheels fall off, because we have no resources and no one we can trust. So make friends with the rats, roaches, and rust. They will be more faithful than white picket fences. You're in the project, so the time is now to pick a corner. 5. Disease with cures will still lead to death. When the people ask for help, pretend like you're deaf. So instead of gardens, farmers markets, herbs, and education, get better acquainted with alcohol. And just when you begin to sober up, I'll introduce you to my friends in pharmaceuticals. If we can't poison them, at least we have to keep them in a zombie state. Sleep. 4. If you want an education, you will have to pay. Yes, we need you working, but for today, we'll pass your info on to Great Lakes and Sally Mae. Proceed to the free line for those with silver spoons and slave money. Don't make Uncle Sam look at you funny. All others, stay put. Your credit must be strong enough for you to pay. Repaired at any cost, you might qualify one day. The invisible credit is how you begin being prepared to make it here in America. 3. Ignore the snow in summertime and hurricanes that split islands in two. We are just running some global warming tests and need to try out a few. We need more resources on making more chemtrails, and don't worry, we don't need consent. We are already building robots, and that should give you a hint. iRobot, Google, Siri, Cortana, Allegra are the only soldiers we need fighting at Standing Rock. No community, no freedom of speech, no truth, no justice, just bulldozers and a ticking clock. 2. baby mama's Uncle Sam is on the phone, and he's reminding you to be at home alone if you want to continue getting diapers and cheese. No family support systems he didn't provide. As the lady from DSS walks around to judge, don't hide. Hold your head up like you have some pride, and thank Uncle Sam for wanting to be your one and only. No other man can come around to play when Uncle Sam is saving the day. One. Nation indivisible by God. No liberty, no justice for all. Where oppressors trump natives and natives have to fight for space. This right here is an invisible, unforgiving war. So time to lace up your combat boots, put on your camouflage assimilation, wake up from the American dream, and go fight for this great nation. Thank you.
Real quick. Can everybody hear me? Look, I still want justice for Trayvon, 17 years young. His mother lost his son. November, I turned 18. Thanking God for life, Lord knows it could have been me. Cause all he had was some iced tea and a Skittle. That's all I got. I just wanted to say that, that's all. But I really want to say this real quick. I dream a dream that seems to lean so close to Martin Luther King, where a kid believes he or she can do all things, where passion is the new fashion, and when you show it off, you're the coolest kid in school. The grass is green and you can hear the angels sing, where freedom rings just a little bit louder, where mama couldn't be so prouder. Yet mama cries stories of discrimination situations, saying that the color of my skin makes the indication that my mind is as solid as a rock, with no way or how to function. But mama refuses for me to carry that assumption. She worked countless hours just so sis and I can make her proud. Pops put us through the nicest schools with a bunch of fake smiles. Had to prove I wasn't stupid, cause knowledge is power and black is useful. But one and two together you make something so beautiful. So yeah, if my mind exempts any likeness of a rock, I'm a gem. Cause I know I hold so much beauty within. Intuitive late bloomer. Kid seems to see things that bring peace. Tired of mama boiling green beans. So he gotta hit the book so mama don't gotta cook. Gotta hit the book so dad could get some land. Open space for the fam. Freedom was the plan. Freedom was the plan for the fam. So I step away from the mentions and pay attention. Gotta get the mind right, reclaim your time right. Say yes we can like Obama in 09. Speak it into existence, you don't know what you might find. Toe and toe with your mind, there ain't no oppressor. Praying this year I don't see my brothers on a stretcher. Praying this year we get through both semesters. Cause see the idea of race diminished, cause we got a race to finish. Different colors like autumn leaves. My mentality is so OD. Best believe we are the tree. Roots so strong they go back to the days where our bodies weren't free. But we broke the chains off, now the leaves are green. And all my brothers and sisters now getting degrees. Graduation party, everybody so pleased. Eden looks up to me, so he made me a grilled cheese. He whispers in my ear, please, 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 tell me how they did it. Please, Kobe. I whisper back, stand up and change the culture. Beat the demons and fight the vultures. Cause they so systematic, I've had it. Looking like they from outer space, like planets, cut the dramatics like Blackish. We supposed to be the kings and queens doing what kings and queens do. Fulfilling the American dream too. But politics and awkward-ish holding us down. The justice system just don't want to see us smile. Just drown. So I asked myself, ain't it hard for a young man who was brown? Seen on the TV, shot dead like Mike Brown. But you can't let that hold us down. So wipe away your tears cause your blessings are so near. Fight through the fears, let's get through the year. In the distance you can even hear your mama cheer. Tears of joy, she hugs you like she loves you. She tells you to keep working hard because we only work hard, Eden. Eden, from watching Blue's Clues on Saturday mornings to a dorm room on the 2nd story, I have seen hate take its place wherever I go. Don't let that control. Don't let that control. Believe in yourself, because dreams do come true. He replies, thank you. Looks back and smiles. Meanwhile, mama in that kitchen whipping up that chicken, acting so loud, yelling freedom was the plan. Freedom was the plan. Look where I stand, because freedom was the plan for the fam. Where are my manners? My name is Kobe Sobi, and I'm gonna just use this opportunity as a plug real quick. Near the table, I believe, there's like a little flyer of this project I'm working on called God is in the Black Woman. So basically with, So yeah, real quick, it's just basically like an invitation for all women of color in this space to just share their stories with the hashtag GIIBW. And basically you just respond to the prompt, which is what makes your black beautiful. And you can share it on any of your social media. And basically we just wanna, the people I'm working with, we just wanna show our appreciation and show our love, especially in this time, to women of color, and just share some love, that's all. Yeah. And this last piece, just a real quick introduction. My parents are from Ghana, West Africa. And my mother, very religious, spiritual person, and she used to sing this song. I can't sing it as well as her, but she used to sing this. Eradie dawase, eradie yiwaye, eradie dawase, hallelujah. Christ ye dawase, Jesus ye diwaye, Yeshua ye dawase, hallelujah. See, I don't gotta walk on water to know that God is real. Pain and struggle, but I'm still standing still. He said, let go of the will, walk by faith, he gonna take care of the bills. Been feeling like a distraction. Suppressing my motives, I'm losing my passion. Watching TV, wondering what's happening. Phone calls to fam in West Africa, they just always be laughing. See, love been decreasing. So I've been yearning for Jesus. Seeds been planted, hoping they grow as they pleases. The climate's changed, so they gon' seed for a reason. Leaving us cold every season, and brothers bare for a beating. Like tell them no kneeling, boy you stay seated. Cheating lifeless victim systems just for their pleasing. See, once you know that you control that, once you believe in. Keep dreaming, keep thinking, live life with some meaning. Cause in a land full of crime scenes and bad memes, don't indulge in the sad things. Crack a joke, I got my dad's jeans. I said, don't indulge in the sad things. Crack a joke, I got my dad's jeans. See, last year was one hell of a year. Like a big car we didn't know how to steer. A lot of cheer, a lot of fear. Current events on the news had us shook like headlights, and we were the deer. So like, rest in power, Arika Gardner. Gone too soon, just like her father. Still gonna stay connected to the message, so I grab me a charger, but reading tweets have gotten a little bit harder, leaving me so confused, leaving us prone to lose. Hardly seeing truth, let's pray back at Langston Hughes. I was so focused on the goal, I forgot to tie my shoes. But no, I ain't no fool, on my P's and Q's. The school I go to can be so fake, but I gotta go to school. I gotta make some moves. We gotta save the youth. We gotta live in truth. Tell them to wear their purpose like a jacket. Passion is the new fashion. Tired of watching tragic things happen. Think we need a plan in action. Text my bro, we gotta make something happen. He texts back, you capping. Nah, bro, I'm speaking truth like a chaplain. See, God's been planting urgency, hitting me with the courtesy that life is an everyday step to your grave. So chase your dreams so your life won't be the same. Come together and let's pave some ways, almost like Thanksgiving. You bring the loving and I'll bring the hugging. You bring the peace and I'll bring the dreams. Cause in a land full of crime scenes and bad memes, don't indulge in the sad things. Crack a joke, I got my dad's jeans. I said, don't indulge in the sad things. Crack a joke, I got my dad's jeans. See, the broken heart hurts a lot, but it's here to stay. Candle lit, but it's brisk, so it's blown away. Papa's fist, hella clenched. He don't wanna stay. He don't wanna pray. He just wanna say, love been decreasing, so I've been yearning for Jesus. Seeds been planted, hoping they grow as it pleases. The climate's change, so they gon' seed for a reason, leaving us cold every season, and brothers bare for a beating. So, Eradie tawase, Eradie you are here, Eradie kamfumu, Hallelujah. See Christ, yeah, now I see Jesus, yeah, yeah. Yes, we down, I see. Hallelujah.
Shout out about God is in the Black Woman. There are a few flyers around the room, on the bar, at the back table. If that applies to you, please consider sharing your story with that hashtag, and also you can get in touch with Kobe. And also anybody that's taking pictures or capturing moments, our hashtag is right here. So feel free to tag us so that we can record some memories. Y'all ready for y'all's next spoken word artist? All right, so last but not least, please join me welcome to the stage, Daniel Suba.
Anybody know how this works? How to make this taller? Yeah.
So I love it. I'm thankful to be here, and thankful to be sharing a room with all of you. So I'll be doing like these 2 pieces, and it's kind of about like memories. Like I heard Cortina say she was going up the stage, she talked about memories, like capturing the memories that we have in this place, because this is a very special moment. Oh my God. Where did y'all find big brother or big sister? That was nice. Okay, I like this. Okay. I can do that.
You got this.
It was awesome.
All right, Superman. From modern cues to old school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like kind of about memories, and just the fact that we are memories. We are memories. We make those memories. We're a piece of those memories. And at some point in time, somebody will remember us. Just like we're remembering Trayvon Martin. Just like I was looking at this flyer, and I think about it every time when we see like something that happens on the news, and they show the picture, and like you look into that person's eyes. Like it's something special there. I'm like, whoa, look at that. This person, it's like they're still looking at me, like they're still alive through the memory. But yeah, it's just the kind of stuff that I'm like interested in is like memories, because we all got them. All right, so So yeah, we're here honoring Trayvon Martin and Black history, those that have lost their lives, those that have worked hard so that we can be here. No matter who we are, there are plenty of people that have worked hard so that we can be here and simply exist. So thankful for them and all the loved ones that we have right now. Right? So this is called In Their Eyes Is the Gift. All right. So in their eyes is the gift. They remind us of the times that flow through our souls and lift the shallows from our minds. Do you see when you look and you meet the glance of those loved ones that we value, we treasure, we measure with love? They tell us, they ask us, what is more valuable than time? What is more valuable than heart, song, and mind? Beats and enchanted journeys. Look into the path, shine light, there's the map. But too fast, loved one. Growing up, it's a blast, loved one. But what is more valuable than time? They almost whisper to us, we'll always be here, forever and always, right? So take this gift and remember the past days. Our memory is for those after us to hold on to. So lift it up and remember the things that we've been through together. So carry on, please. Take the mission and the keys to our hearts. Love you forever and always, from the end to the start, from the sky shining far, from the ocean to the stars, forever and always, in their eyes is the gift. So, yeah. Has anybody in here ever lost somebody that they really care about? Yeah, just if you could just raise your hand if you lost somebody that you care about. It's beautiful. Is there somebody shout it out? What's something that you value about that loved one? Shout it out.
Kindness.
Kindness.
Love.
Love.
Communication.
Passion, communication, wisdom.
A sweet potato pie.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Banana pudding. You ate food that was so good from like your grandma or something. You knew you can't leave. You go up there, you try to be like, Grandma, I ain't even hungry right now. She's like, well, go ahead and get you a plate then. Man, okay, and then you start eating and it's good. Make that one knee get weak a little bit. But you be all right though. That's how it is. It's good to love Grandma. So. Yeah, it's good to keep those things alive while we have them. And if we lost them, then it's good for us to be alive so that we can be there for others that value us.
Yes.
It's good for us to keep those memories alive.
Yes.
People have worked really hard so we could be here. So I want to say, just want to ask you, hey, remember when? Those good memories, please, let them begin again. Smile at me, love. I love you deeply. I trust you. I seek you. You seek me. But we always have each other, right? Forever and always. I mean, it feels like so many years and yesterday. Looking into your eyes whenever I close mine, or whenever I look into the sky too long. But what did I do that for, loved one? Ha ha. What did I do that for? It was so good to see you, even for a moment, for a second. So good to breathe and imagine being with you. Because you showed me things, so much to live for. Who set the example? Who showed me how to simply be. So many gifts to bring, gifts to leave. Trying to remember who's in the sky. Was it you? Was it I? So glad for the gift you are. look into my eyes and smile. I'm really not that far. And I love you much, so much, my love, my child, my sister, dad, and my friend, brother, cousin, auntie, my uncle, grandma, and grandpa. Don't want to say bye-bye. So let's begin again. Anytime you can, remember me. I'm one of your biggest fans, forever and always.
Give it up one more time, Daniel Suber. Ask Daniel about Word on the Street and the Multicultural College and Business Conference, and what else?
Community Spotlight tomorrow.
Community Spotlight tomorrow. Daniel Suber is everywhere all the time. You have on a cape. Okay, so we're gonna next welcome up to the stage to share with us about Afro-Latinx culture and also his story and his work with Beloved Asheville in the form of storytelling. Before we welcome this next person up, just wanted to also say, if y'all wanted to move around or get food or anything like that, you are welcome. I know all the attention's at the stage, but I just wanted to name that. Give yourself permission. And after Pancho, we'll have a quick turnover of the stage and welcome on DJ Jim. So hang tight. We'll get to dancing and mingling and some other stuff in just a moment. Before we do that, we want to turn our attention over to none other than Pancho. We love you. Thank you for your work and your leadership in this community. Like, Pancho, y'all.
So, I'm Poncho from Beloved Asheville. So I'm gonna talk about one of the programs that we have in Beloved Asheville, that is called Proud to be Brown. So the real meaning of Proud to be Brown is proud of our ancestors. I always say to the people then this program start, or this idea start, because we start seeing a lot of our kids growing without identity. Because you know, in the schools always are teaching about white history. 80% of the stuff that they teach in schools is about white history. So we decided to start teaching our history. And this is nothing new, because we know that Black Panther was doing the same. So if they're not gonna teach our history, we're gonna make a space to teach our history. And if they're not gonna give us a space, like we're gonna make like Cortina, make this space for us to be talking about all these things. So thank you so much for being here and support this kind of events. Because the only way that this event is gonna be more and more is if we support events like that. So, like I say, we decided to start talking about our history, because in the schools, our kids is growing without identity and without feeling of belong. So, and who want to be a Mexican, or who want to be Colombian when you have all this shit, all these things in history, all this shit in TV and media talking about them. We are the worst people in the world, and they need to make a wall about, all these things is about hate. So, like I said, we decided to start talking about this, and I make this little brochure, so I call these little books. So I talk a little bit about history, about Mexican history, and I start passing around the books to kids or in schools, in whatever place that they invite me. And so the story is happening is then kids now are defining themselves like Mexicans or like Colombians, because they know the ancestors, so they have a reason to feel proud. And you know, a lot of times I have been very pissed about the colonization and the colonizers. Only I decide to embrace the good things. And I decide to be merengue, cumbia, bachata. I decide to be mariachi, bolero. I decide to be doing indigenous dance with African rhythms. Because the only way that we can survive, I learned this in history, the only way that we can survive is if we came together. And you know, always in history having these amazing people, and these people then have the amazing idea of came together, the people in this oppressed came together to fight the oppressor. So this is the student having teach me history, and like I say, so we make an event called Afro-Latinx 5 days ago. We was talking about, I was talking about Afro-Mexicans, and a lot of people don't know that there's almost 2 million Afro in Mexico. And a lot of our history is full of brownness of Afro people. So, like, we have one of the persons that liberate us from the Spain people, and one of the reasons that we became Mexico before we was New Spain is Morelos. So I grown up in a place in Mexico with a big statue of Morelos. Yes. So the name of the street that I grew up was the names of the indigenous temples. Then it was Palenque, Uxmal, Chichen Itza. Yes. The only bad thing about this is that nobody told me that Morelos was Afro-Mexican. Wow. Because in a lot of our history in Mexico, they never teach us about that we have these two. We have the Afro descendants in our history too, and people that have been fighting for our freedom in Mexico. And the same happened in Brazil. Like in Brazil, we have like 40% of the people in Brazil is Afro descendants. Only they no claim to be because nobody's teaching in the schools that you can be. And I always say to the people, how are you gonna speak a language that you know that even exists? How are you gonna say that you are Afro if you don't know that it's even a possibility? So this is the reason for I decided to make this other book that is called Afro-Mexican History. They talk about different people that have been doing amazing things. And like I said, like one of the big victories that we have with the event that we had like 4 days ago is yesterday 2 of the kids they came to the event, called me, and I asked them how you think they was the event, and they said to me, I know why I have this curly hair. Because they understand that it's a possibility, or you have the right to say that you are Afro even that you was not born in this country. Then you know there is even discrimination here about people that came from other countries and have names like Lopez, Martinez, and they look black, only they have these Hispanic names or these Latinx names. So, like I say, we have been talking about this only, like I say, history for me is more about the call for unity. Yes. Always when people oppressed have been unified and start fighting for the people that have been oppressed is when we have victory. So I hope that this night is the night that we call for unity and we start doing something. This event is amazing, only we need to start doing something with this, with all this stuff that is happening. And the other night somebody was saying, yeah, we need to go and vote. Yeah, I believe that vote helps sometimes. And I believe that people still believe in police and all this kind of thing. Only like the real power is gonna come with the community. Like us being here and doing stuff together and not divide ourselves because you are this or because you are this. Like I say, history teaches a big lesson than unity. So I hope that this night you leave and you start thinking we need to start doing more stuff together for fight the oppress of the people. Thank you so much for being here.
That knowledge. You can go visit Poncho in the back by the couches. You'll be comfy and you'll get an education of a lifetime. So shout out for that. So we have reached the point in our evening where y'all get to get up, move around a little bit. We're gonna clear these chairs out. We'll keep the high tables up. Again, like stay till 10, rock out with us, photo booth, food, and just one more thing before you leave, before everybody disappears, just one last thing. So remember how we read the manifesto earlier in the evening? Yes? Yes? Okay. So we're gonna actually be embodying that. And so what that's gonna take is support. There are so many ways that support can look, but if you feel moved tonight to make a donation larger than $5, we welcome that. That would allow us to support the artist management program that's going to support artists of color doing what they need to do to be successful, to be entrepreneurs. We are trying to buy land and buy property so that we can have artist retreats and trainings. We're going to have an apothecary. We're going to grow our own food. Like, we're going to actually, like, that there is an art. That's part of our culture. This is who we are. So this is what we're going to do. So if that moves you, feel free. There's ways you can do that at the door. You can also see me at any point. And then also join our e-newsletter. There's a sign-up sheet in the back. You can get updates on what we're doing and other ways to get involved. We are trying to build a team, so also talk to me about that if you're interested. All right, thank you, lovely people. We're gonna let Jim and DJ Jim flip over and start the music. Feel free to mix and mingle, and we're here till 10, y'all, to turn up. Thank you.
No more big bodies of the black man.
Youth Art Spotlight tomorrow.
All right, peace, powerful people. Y'all with me? Y'all here? Has this been an amazing night? So make some noise for our day. For all the hands, labor of love that put this together, all the artists that graced the stage, all the wisdom received. And so I want to invite y'all tomorrow evening at the Eddington Center, 133 Livingston Street. Do y'all know where the Eddington Center is? Make some noise. All right, so everybody that made noise, look at them, and find out where the Eddington Center is. Tomorrow night at 6 p.m., we're having the Young Artist Spotlight. Young Artist and Community Spotlight. We're keeping this energy going. It's an open mic. Bring your songs, bring your dance, bring your spoken word, bring a story, whatever you have to share. Come through, share your story, share your talent. We're gonna have food, we're gonna have a DJ, it's gonna be a vibe. Keep the energy going. Much love. Tomorrow night, Eddington Center, 6 p.m. All right? Man. Peace.